To create this table runner, I bought a yard of burlap at the local flea market. I measured it at 16 inches and I cut a small slit to it. To cut a straight line, I pulled the burlap string from the slit that I cut, and all I had to do was just pull it. Once the whole string is pulled out, there is an empty space, and this is the place I will cut all the way through, and I will now have a straight cut. To give the table runner a nice end to it, I just removed the strings on both sides. I removed about 6 strings. I wanted the sides to look stringy. I repeated this process again with another piece of burlap. In total, I used 1 yard of burlap. Using a hot glue gun, I attached the burlap pieces I cut to create a long table runner. Now, to decorate it, I searched for different rabbit silhouettes and I picked the one I liked best and I printed out. I'm going to use this printout as a stencil. I used my kitchen cutting board and a craft knife to cut out the rabbit. I printed out the rabbit on regular printing paper, and because I want to use it as a stencil, I applied Mod Podge to the paper, both front and back, to create a thicker and waterproof stencil. Once the stencil has dried, I place my stencil on the burlap. Using my acrylic paint and brush, I filled in my stencil to create my rabbit. I used brush strokes only going inward to create the outline. Don't forget to place something underneath because the paint will go through the burlap. Once I have the outline created, I removed the stencil to work better, and I filled in the rest. I repeated the process and painted other rabbits. Same stencil, different color. I already had different colored acrylic paint, so I didn't have to spend more money on it. Along the edges, I created flowers. I got a dishwashing sponge and I cut small circles in a square out of it. I already had extra sponges at home, so I didn't have to spend anything. I dipped my shaped sponges in paint and just created my flowers. And this is the end result. This Easter table runner only cost me around $3, and it took me about an hour to complete. For my Easter tree, I began by placing a styrofoam in a pot. Then, I looked for a branch. I got mine from my backyard, or you could look for one at the park. I then placed a branch in the styrofoam right in the center. Using the acrylic paint I used in the table runner, I painted the branches. I didn't paint it completely white, so I could get a rustic look to it. While I let my tree dry, I grabbed half a piece of green paper. I fold it back and forth until I create what looks an accordion. I grab my scissors and I start to cut the accordion into pieces. I repeat the process with other green colors. Once I have a pile of paper, I grab them and I place them in the pot. This is the grass to my tree. At a dollar store, I bought Easter eggs. I bought 2 packs. Then comes the fun part, and that is to decorate the tree. From the burlap I bought for the table runner, I grabbed a thin piece that I will use for the bow. I wanted to add some color, so using my hot glue gun, I added some ribbon to the edges. Next, I grabbed my burlap, wrapped it, and glued it around the pot. I recommend to put some glue in the back and in the front. Using the bunny runs around the tree trick, where you bend one loop over the other, I made the bow, glued it, and cut the ends to it. This Easter tree only cost me $5 to make, and it took me like an hour to complete. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, and I got an Instagram account. It's @AnnaLeeGarcia_, so you guys can follow me and I can meet all of you. Don't forget to tag me in your picture if you decide to make these Easter decorations. And Happy Easter!